It was a bright Monday morning when James Walker rolled into the corporate office of ExcelTech, a large and successful tech company known for its cutting-edge innovations. Today was his first day as CEO, but he decided not to make a grand announcement about his position. He wanted to observe the company's culture and meet people without the weight of his title affecting how they treated him. James, a man in his late 30s, wore a sharp navy blue suit, his warm brown eyes scanning the modern glass doors as he wheeled himself inside. Despite the challenges he had faced in life, James always carried himself with quiet confidence and dignity. At the reception desk, Emily greeted him politely but nervously. "Good morning, sir. How can I help you?" James smiled. "Good morning. I'm here for my first day. I was told to check in with HR." Emily hesitated. She glanced at his wheelchair and back at him, as if unsure of what to say. "Of course. Let me call Miss Meyers for you. Please have a seat." James chuckled softly. "I'm already seated, but thank you." Emily blushed and quickly dialed the HR manager. A few moments later, Susan Meyers appeared. She was a tall woman in her late 40s, with sharp features and a cold expression. Her heels clicked loudly against the marble floor as she approached. She barely glanced at James before speaking. "Are you here for an interview or something?" Her tone was clipped, almost dismissive. James extended his hand, smiling. "Actually, Susan cut him off, her eyes narrowing. "Look, I don't know what position you think you're applying for, but we don't have any openings for people like you." James tilted his head slightly. "People like me?" Susan crossed her arms. "Let's not pretend, okay? We value diversity and all, but we need capable individuals who can actually contribute. This is a fast-paced company, not some charity." Emily, still at the reception desk, froze. She looked horrified but didn't dare intervene. James' smile faded, but he remained calm. "I see. Can you tell me what you mean by people like me?" Susan sighed impatiently. "Look, I'm sure you have your strengths, but let's be realistic. This isn't a job you can handle from a wheelchair. You should look for something more suitable." James stared at her for a moment, letting her words sink in. He felt a familiar pang of disappointment, but refused to let it show. "I appreciate your honesty," he said quietly. Susan rolled her eyes. "I'm just being practical. We can't lower our standards for everyone. If you'll excuse me, I have more important matters to attend to." She turned on her heel and walked away without another word, leaving James sitting there in silence. As the day went on, James explored the office, meeting various employees. Most of them were kind and welcoming, though a few seemed unsure of how to interact with him. In the marketing department, he met John Peterson, a cheerful man in his 40s with a contagious laugh. John didn't hesitate to shake James' hand and chat with him like an old friend. "So what brings you to our little corner of the world?" John asked, genuinely curious. James smiled. "Let's just say I'm here to make some changes." John nodded approvingly. "Well, it's about time. This place could use some fresh ideas. Just watch out for Susan. She's tough to deal with." James chuckled. "I've noticed." Later that afternoon, there was a company-wide meeting in the main conference room. Employees filled the space, chatting excitedly. Rumors had been circulating about the new CEO, but no one knew who it was yet. Susan stood at the front of the room, looking impatient. She tapped her watch as people settled into their seats. "All right, let's get this over with. As you all know, our previous CEO, Miss Carter, has stepped down. She's appointed someone new to take her place. Let's hope they can handle the pressure." There was a murmur of curiosity among the employees. Just then, James rolled into the room. The murmurs grew louder as people noticed him. Some looked surprised, others looked confused. Susan's face turned pale when she saw him. "What are you doing here?" she hissed. James didn't answer. Instead, he rolled up to the front of the room and turned to face the crowd. "Good afternoon, everyone," he began. His voice was steady and commanding. "My name is James Walker, and I'm honored to be your new CEO." The room went silent. Susan's jaw dropped. She stammered. "You? But how?" James looked at her, his expression calm but firm. Yes, me. Is there a problem, Miss Meyers? Susan's face turned red. I didn't realize. James cut her off. You didn't realize I was capable? Or you didn't realize that someone like me could hold this position? The employees watched, stunned. Some nodded in silent agreement with James's words. James took a deep breath and continued. Let me be clear. This company will no longer tolerate discrimination of any kind. Everyone here deserves respect, regardless of their race, gender, or physical abilities. If anyone has a problem with that, they're welcome to find employment elsewhere. The room erupted into applause. Even Emily, who had been so nervous earlier, clapped enthusiastically. Susan, however, looked like she wanted the ground to swallow her whole. She mumbled something about needing to leave and hurried out of the room. In the weeks that followed, James implemented new policies to ensure equality and inclusivity throughout the company. Susan was eventually let go after an internal investigation revealed a pattern of discriminatory behavior. Under James' leadership, ExcelTech thrived. Employees felt valued and inspired, and the company became known not just for its innovations, but also for its commitment to fairness and respect. As for James, he never let the challenges he faced define him. He proved that true strength lies in how you treat others, no matter who they are or where they come from. And that's the story, guys. I hope you enjoyed this journey as much as I did in creating it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss a new adventure. And if you really loved it, share this story with your friends and family. Let's spread the word together. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep exploring. Hope to see you soon. Bye.